What's up, everyone? Here to do Girls of the Wilds chapter 94. And I've noticed with Girls of the Wilds in the last 3 or 4 chapters, the pacing, it's been pretty slow in my opinion. Like, it just seems like a lot of pages are just wasted on unnecessary dialogue. And don't get me wrong, I still like the series, but for example, like at the beginning with Dao Dao, the first page is a picture of the sky and it's just words, and like the first 3 or 4 are just dialogue. But overall, it was still pretty decent because we at least got to see some development of Song Jae and how he's changed a lot since the beginning. But it wasn't bad, but it just wasn't as good as the previous chapters. So we start off the chapter with Song Jae and Dao Dao. Like, Dao Dao's laying up against his like lap or on his lap because they're still at the picnic, and she just is just rambling on about how she wants to be the perfect wife and how she actually could have won the match, but she didn't want her face to be bruised, and she thought he might not think she's cute anymore or anything, which I think is kind of funny because I don't think he's ever said any of that in the first place. But we all know what kind of character Dao Dao is. And she just talks about how she could have won and she never realized she really could be a good wife and stuff. And as she's rambling on, Song Jae actually notices pretty much a kid getting bullied, and it kind of looks like they're friends, but Song Jae, he's been in that position before because he had his arm around him and he kind of already knows how that feels, and he could tell that they weren't friends. And Dao Dao's like really mad because he's not really listening to her, and he tells her, "I'll be right back, don't follow me." And she gets really mad and is like, "Don't leave me, it'll be over for us." And she's just trying to be funny because she says she saw it on some TV show. And Song Jae follows the group of kids, and there are about 4 of them, and we go to them in like some like underpass, and they're just talking about like, how could you tell on us, and they're just picking on the kid, kind of like how we used to see Song Jae. So, "Oh, bet you won't tell on us again," all this stuff like that. And Song Jae just comes out of nowhere and says, "Stop," and he walks up to the kid. He completely ignores the other kids who are bullying him because they're like, "Who are you? Like, why are you in our business?" And he just ignored them and asks the kid, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And the kid says thanks, and he goes, "No, you have to fight back." And he explains to him how he's been in that position before, and I felt that this was really good for his character because it just shows how far he's come, because he used to just take shit all the time. But he tells him, "You need to fight until they go away or they'll keep messing with you." And the dudes around him are like, "Oh, who the hell are you?" getting mad and everything. But one of the kids has had enough, and he punches Song Jae. And man, it was just really beastly what they showed. Like, he just ate it and just gives him this look like, just like, this honestly reminds me of Conqueror's Hockey, but different series though. But just gives him this look, and he's just completely intimidated. And he keeps telling the kid that pretty much you need to stand up for yourself, and you're not scared of getting beat up, but it's just the actual fear itself you don't like. And like I said, I thought it was pretty good for Song Jae's development. And all the kids are like, "Oh, well, we're about to get you." And Song Jae just turns around and puts his fist up, and he's ready to fight, and they're kind of in shock. But that's pretty much the chapter. It was like 24 pages, and it just didn't seem like a lot happened, so it was an okay chapter. But either way, let me know what you guys thought about the chapter, and thanks.